Ladies and gentlemen, this presentation aims to look at the refers to the global review on the reverse mortgage worldwide. So the concept of the reverse mortgage originated in Europe. The earliest country that provided the service was France and followed by Britain. North America developed the first step of developed that and based on the Europe one, and then America to try to most developed market for the reverse mortgage in the world, but also the most regulation problem. And Australia is one of the new markets. The reaction of the market is still at the initial stage, but a growing number has been observed recently in Australia. According to Bridge, several leaders in Australia have participated in providing the reverse mortgage loans, including the banks SA Centrelink and the Police Credit Union and Transcom Credit Union, etc. However, Bridge mentioned that the reverse mortgage suffer from the risk of the negative equity, rising interest, falling property value, etc. And there are also some situations in which the court that will cause a serious financial risk, like immediately loan repayment and no guarantees in negative equity, etc. And these risks also happen in other countries' reverse mortgage program. The reverse mortgage program has been proposed in Hong Kong as a workable solution to uphold or even improve the economic status of the older adults who are cash poor but health rich. And the history of the reverse mortgage program running in Hong Kong is concise. The first reverse mortgage policy was launched in 2011, and the Hong Kong Mortgage Corporation Insurance Limited operates the reverse mortgage program for people of aged 55 or above to apply for a reverse mortgage, which is a loan procedure. The program allows the borrowers to use the residential property in Hong Kong, which is more than just one property, as the equity to borrow leaders. And the borrower remains the owners of the residential property even though he or she mortgages the property in favor of the lender, and thus the borrower would have the right to remain in the residential property for the rest of their life. Under the current program, the borrowers have the choice to receive a monthly payment either over a fixed period, 10, 15, or 20 years, and to accept the payment through the entire life. So here you just see that the program in Hong Kong started in 2011, where it is started by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, and then it is actually the Hong Kong de facto central bank. In 2012, the Hong Kong Mortgage Corporation Insurance Limited has modified the program and lowering down the age restriction from 60 to 55, etc. And then in 2018, the total number of the applications were restricted at like just 2,529. So it is actually quite small as compared to the very large amount of the mortgage in Hong Kong. The reverse mortgage in the U.S., the Consumer Financial Protection in the U.S. Government Department summarizes that reverse mortgage as loan it is only for the elderly homeowners without any monthly mortgage payment. And then until the last owner dies, moves out, or sells their home, then the American Association of the Retired Person stated that in the last reverse mortgage program was launched in the U.S. in 1961, but it did not become a formal reverse mortgage program until 1977. And in the early stages, the reverse mortgage only provided a monthly advance loan for a fixed year, and the homeowner need to repay the once the term expired. However, it did not allow the homeowner to have the house indefinitely, and thus it was not accessible and acceptable for the borrower at the time. And then it could be supported by the data after the reverse mortgage program was launched. In 1988, after the first reverse mortgage program started, 1,000 loans were still recorded. And the situation changed after the federal administration on the age performed a 2-year age research on the reverse mortgage in 1980, and the legislation was submitted by the U.S. Department of Housing and also the Urban Development. And these efforts finally generated a program titled the Home Equity Conversion Mortgage. So it just sells the American reverse mortgage, and then you can see that we have got the record the 1,000 HECM loans, and then so that we can see that in the very beginning, the first reverse mortgage was launched in 1961, and then the first formal reverse mortgage was actually not launched in 1977. So it has got a very long history as compared to many others countries. And 1980, the Federal Administration of Agent and 2-year research on the reverse mortgage, etc., etc. So reasons for the reverse mortgage failure. lack of the rule of the reverse mortgage market, culture of the inheritance, gender discrimination, preferring the traditional emphasis on families, so that they try to give it back to the children. Not sure how long that they will stay in the city. Probably they are migrants and they move here and there. Negative correlated to the retirement plan and a lack of financial knowledge with the older people. In Hong Kong, is a lot of people actually do not know what is reverse mortgage. Even though that they will study finance, for example, they are not sure what kind of thing it is. Negatively associated with that will be the